I have my, oh, let's see. Maybe I can change my crop a little bit. Properties, what do I think? Left is 100 pixels. Let's try this. Let's see if that did anything. Well, anyway, I'm procrastinating. I should be doing other stuff, but instead I have a glass of wine, which has probably gone off. It's a little vinegary, but that's okay. It wasn't great wine in the first place. And let's play Global. That's really far away. Let me try over the sea. Bolivia. Mexico. Dominican Republic. Fuck me, it's gonna be a Caribbean island country, isn't it? Which one of these has been closest? Okay, so let's try St. Lucia. It was St. Lucia! Hey! Look at that. Also, I do have feedback of the chat, but it's on a significant lag, so I am going to be checking the chat, but it's going to be like, yeah, like a considerable lag between. Iraq is pretty close. It's going to be a considerable lag between your comments and me replying to your comments. Okay, so Iraq is pretty close, but it doesn't share a border. So let's try... Armenia is too small is the thing. How about Yemen? How about Ukraine? How about Afghanistan? Armenia. Georgia. Azerbaijan. Hey. 1 second, I'll be right back. Okay, play again. I always start with Iraq because it's nicely central. It's sort of like at the junction of Eurasia and Africa. And also because I have Iraqi cousins, and so, and also my favorite work of ancient literature, the Epic of Gilgamesh, is from what is now Iraq. So that's why I always start with Iraq. Okay. Colombia is adjacent to the answer. Is it Venezuela? Can I spell Venezuela? Ecuador. Brazil. Peru. Well, clearly I have forgotten what shape Peru is. Iraq is pretty close. Let's try Uzbekistan. Let's try Egypt. Which one's closer, Iraq or Egypt? Egypt is closer. But neither of them shares a border with our mystery country. Hey. Son says, "Quer namorar conmigo." I hope that's not obscene, because I don't know what those words mean. Um, yeah, I got a Spanish speaking girlfriend. Um, so I am learning some Spanish, but slow going. My brain's done cooking. Hey, look at that! That was great. One fun fact about me is I could play this game basically indefinitely and not get bored of it. I just think it's really satisfying. Okay, Iraq is pretty far away. Let's do Colombia again. Colombia is warmer. Bolivia. Mexico. Which one was closer? Mexico is closer than Colombia, but neither shares a border with it. Is it Cuba? No. Oh, it's that country I can never remember the name of. Damn. So it's not Honduras. It's not. Oh, it's Nicaragua. Right? It's Nicaragua? I can never remember Nicaragua. There's a few that I always forget. Nicaragua is one of them. Whatever African country is here, the one that's not Botswana or Angola, Namibia is what it is, I think. I'm gonna make Namibia my first guess in this round, just to see if I was right. It is closer to Namibia than it is to Iraq. Argentina? Colombia. Mexico. Oh, Bolivia shares a border with Argentina. I'm an idiot. Guyana. I'm good at this. I'm really good at this game, I'm just saying. Iraq is close. Kazakhstan is a nice big country. Let's try Egypt then. Let's try Yemen. Let's try Ukraine. Let's try Cyprus. So Iraq is the closest of these, followed by Yemen. Is it Kuwait? Does Kuwait share a border with Iraq? Is it Afghanistan? Something that doesn't share a border with Iraq, but is closer to Iraq than to any of these other places. It's. Iraq. Colombia. USA. It's gonna be a Pacific Island country, isn't it? Kiribati. New Zealand. Which one is closest so far? Solomon Islands. Could it be Papua? No, it's definitely a Pacific Island country. Nauru. I can never remember how it's spelled. I know it exists, but I can never remember how to spell that. Um, it's not that hard for me to memorize things, and so I kind of feel like I may as well. Iraq is closer than South Sudan. How about... Italy is warmer. It's a European country. Is it Ukraine? Is it Denmark? No, it's... Is it Netherlands? Okay, it's closer to Italy than it is to the Netherlands, but it doesn't share a border with either of them. Is it Malta? Is it Monaco? Closer to Monaco than to anything else. Doesn't share a border with... Oh, is it just Spain? I was overthinking it. It was just Spain. Iraq. It's something that's far away from Iraq. Let's go with Colombia again. Let's go with New Zealand. No. Let's go with Indonesia. So it could be Papua New Guinea. It could be Timor-Leste. It could be... I think Burundi is an answer. Or Malaysia. I don't know. What are we thinking? Is it Papua, Malaysia, Timor-Leste, or Burundi? I'm gonna do Malaysia. Papua New Guinea. It's Timor-Leste, which has a hyphen in it that I always forget about. Fun fact, both of those words mean east. Timor and Leste, both words for east, just in different languages. It is sometimes called East Timor, which is similarly redundant. And in Indonesia, it's called Timor Timor, but spelled differently both times. South Sudan. But Iraq is closer, so it's probably in Europe then. Let's do Netherlands. Spain. Well, Czechia and Slovakia used to be married, so I think that's a reasonable guess. Austria. It's whatever's north of that. It's Poland. Play again. How many times am I gonna play this? I could literally play this indefinitely. I have basically unlimited patience for global. It's something that doesn't share a border with Finland, but is closer to Finland than to any of these other countries. What could that be? Is it just Russia? No, that shares a border with Finland. I'm stupid. It's closer to Finland than to any of these other countries, but it doesn't share a border with Finland. I'm sure that Norway shares... Yeah, Norway definitely shares a border with Finland. Is it Iceland? I forgot about Iceland. It's a European country. Doesn't share a border with Poland, but it's close to Poland. Is it Sweden? No. It's closer to Poland than it is to Sweden. Is it Latvia? Okay, so it's something to the west. And it's closer to Poland than it is to Sweden, which means it can't be Denmark, it can't be the Netherlands. Could it be Austria? Let's see. Hungary. Look at me knowing that Liechtenstein exists. I learned about Liechtenstein on Hetalia when I was 14 years old. Actually, I think I might have been 15. Either way, cringe. To cringe. May we live to cringe again. May we live to outgrow our own old interests. It's my birthday on Friday. This is my last time. This is my last time, and then I'm moving on to something else. She says. Lying. My brain just broke, sorry. Let's try China. Let's try South Sudan. Closer to South Sudan than it is to... Let's try South Africa. No. Mauritania. I always mix up Mauritania and Mauritius. See, I can name all of the countries in this part of Africa, but I don't know where all of them actually are. Like, I can't name them in order. I can't name all of them in order. I can name some of them in order. Could it be Liberia? It's something that borders both Liberia and Sierra Leone. Is that where Burkina Faso is? No. Ghana. No, Ghana is totally somewhere else. Oh, it's whatever's in here, isn't it? Is it Malawi? No, it's, Mauritius. It is Guinea. Wait, I said I was done. I said I was done. Let's do a Quartle. I do this a cheating way. I always start with the same words to, like, knock out as many letters as possible. Although, like, I don't know how to do... Maybe it's possible to do Quartles without doing it the cheating way, but Lord knows I'm not that smart. Ah, I just got the message that says happy birthday week. Thank you. I'm having a pretty nice birthday week. Okay, so this is the word I have the most information about. Oh, this word is stork. Stork. Someone says, hi, didn't realize you streamed. Yeah, I'm trying to get into it. I'm trying to start, like, just... I love a little puzzle game, and so I'm trying to just, like, stream my puzzle game procrastination, because, hey, free content. I'm doing it anyway. this first word might be quiet. Yeah. This bottom word goes S-E-R-U. Could it be purse? No. I have a bunch of guesses left, so I'm gonna knock out a bunch of letters with pubic. Yeah, that was profitable. That was useful. Is this just bleep? Well, this is breaking my brain. Oh, what a Edscar, I'm sorry if that's not how you say that username, um, has left a really lovely comment about my Star Trek video. Thank you. That's a meaningful video to me, so I'm really glad that you liked it. Yeah, Quartle is a game that I am not that good at compared to Global, so I bet there's at least one person in the chat who already knows what this is, and I'm just like staring at it like a fool. I keep coming back to Reber. So Rebus, what does that even mean? A puzzle in which words are represented by combinations of pictures and individual letters. For instance, apex might be represented by a picture of an ape, followed by a letter X. An ornamental device associated with a person to whose name it punningly alludes. What does that mean? Well, I'm gonna do one more of these. Hmm. So GLBE. Bagel. Okay, so these final two words are not going to be easy. Oh, this could be fever. No, there's no E there. Ferry. Sig. Showy. Nice. Let's play a blossom. This is definitely going to be harder with an audience when it's like not on my lap and I'm not fully focused on it, but let's see. So this is a game where you just try to make this many words out of this combination of letters. Whichever one is highlighted is bonus points on that particular guess. And I usually score around like 180. I don't know how good that is. It doesn't tell you how well people usually score, but that's usually about how I score. So I wonder if I can think of a word that has. There's ciders. District. Should be a word. A tree that's on the side. I think that. I think it's constructible out of English root words. I'm just saying. I'm just gonna do cider. This is a terrible game to play for an audience. I just realized this game is 90% just me staring at the screen. Um. Oh, and you have to use the middle letter. I mean, that's a word, but maybe I should use multiple E's. Retries. That's a decent number of points. 22 is pretty good. Stirrers. There's always at least one word that uses all of the letters, but I haven't been able to. Hmm. Crested would be a great word if it used the letter I, but unfortunately it does not. Cresties. Distress. Distresses. Ooh, that's a lot of letters, and that was a lot of S's. You know, I said all that about how I'm not that good at this game, but I'm doing pretty well right now. Ah, somebody found one that uses all of them. Discreet. Nice. That's nice. This is definitely cheating to get help from the audience, but I'll take it. Whatever. Yeah, I'm definitely doing better than I usually do. I mean, I've scored this high before, but like it's not an everyday thing. How about desired? That's not bad. How about stirrer? Yeah, I'm definitely doing better than I usually do. I mean, I've scored this high before, but like it's not an everyday thing. Um, I just gotta find two more. I mean, there's obvious ones. I just kind of like to make the most of my last two flower pots. Um, ciders. What's a noun that begins with S that I could pluralize? Then I could get two S's. Site sites. Maybe I can think of a longer word than sites. SC stuff. I've already got ciders, don't I? Oh no, I don't. Oh, but ciders actually does not begin with an S. Uh, it doesn't. Stomas doesn't have an O in it. I was so ready to go with that suggestion. Paul Blau says I'm doing a Quartle where three of them have no vowels. Have you tried nymph? Could sides be a suffix to a word that has also a prefix? Tree sides? I just think tree is an important prefix as someone who is like a little dirt hippie. Um, I do love trees. This is pretty good. This was way better than I usually do, but I also like kind of low key do not feel like doing another Blossom game. I'm gonna do another Quartle and then maybe a couple more globals because global is easy because if you know where all the countries are, ish. Spare. Scare. Mm. I put some pork on to slow cook before hopping on this live stream, and now I've got garlic fingers, which is nice. I love the smell of garlic. Burnt. I should probably get rid of my random pinned links that most of which I bookmarked by mistake by just hitting the wrong keys if I'm gonna do these, but like now this I bookmarked on purpose because I was like, one these people seem nice, and one day I'm gonna have kids. But this was like 10 years ago at this point. Um, I bookmarked A1 steak sauce by mistake. I bookmarked this by mistake, and this might have been on purpose. I have no idea what this is, and this is just like a stock image of a kid holding a flute. What the heck could this be? I know it's not this because. Oh, it's magma. One more Quartle. Sean. Hey, it's James Johnson. Hey, James. um, I'm gonna knock out some letters with pubic again because those are. Okay, cool. This one is squat. And then this one is a fucking nightmare. Is what it is. Four. Could it be Rover? Yes! Hey, it's James Johnson. Hey, James. Cool, I'm gonna go back to the game that's easy for me. I mean, easy is relative. I don't know how easy this game is supposed to be. But I'm pleased with myself for knowing where all the countries are. So, you know, that's gotta count for something. Did you see how I just did that? Everyone saw that, right? That was pretty sick. I know about Eswatini. I do recommend just memorizing stuff. Because it's not hard to memorize stuff. So you just can, you know? And then you know the thing. What direction should I take this in? Literally, what direction? So it's Netherlands. No. It's Austria. I think the next thing I'm gonna memorize is the bones of the human body. That would be fun. There's no reason to know the bones of the human body. You don't need to, but like, you know, you could. Oh, it's gonna be a Pacific island. No, the other ocean. It's gonna be a Caribbean nation. These things suck. I'm sure they don't suck. I'm sure they're lovely places. Doesn't share a border with Suriname. Wait, Guyana does, right? Yeah, okay. Okay, so it's what was it closest to? It was closest to Guyana. Let's try Trini. Nice. I didn't have to drag all of those out of my memory. This is empty. All right, let's learn some bones. Learn the bones of the body. Okay, so I know could be the. Oh, that was the one I didn't think it was. Okay. Well, like I said, I don't know these. These are all going to be guesses, except for like I know a little bit of skull anatomy from liking paleontology. Is there any kind of educated guess I can make? Oh, it's not the nasal bone. I'm gonna try this one. Nope, we're 0 for 2. That is the sphenoid bone. Okay, so animals that have an eye on the top of their heads have what's called a parietal eye, so maybe it's the parietal bone. Yep, that's what I'm talking about. Educated guesses. Oh, what the heck is that? Lacrimal, like tears. That makes sense. That's got to be the frontal bone. That's the occipital bone? Okay, whatever. That's the mandible. That's the one that I did actually know. But I feel like everybody knows that. That's the maxilla, right? Yeah, because the premaxilla in dinosaurs, in ornithischian dinosaurs, is the thing that's in front of the maxilla. And that's on their snoot. So, zygomatic bone. Zygomatic. How am I gonna remember that? That's okay. I'm not. I'm just gonna practice, and then it'll like trickle into my brain eventually. Name of the bone of the skull. That's gotta be the temporal bone, right? Again, from my paleontology, the temporal fenestra is about here. That's the nasal bone. I know what a nose is. I know what that means. 8 out of it. That's actually. That's not bad considering that almost all of those were guesses. Okay, I'm just gonna do this again and again. Sorry if this is boring. I don't care. Uh, this is just what I do by myself when I'm not working. Okay, so him, this guy, that's the zygomatic bone. Sick. Okay, and that's the temporal bone. Maybe I am learning. Lacrimal bone. Lacrys, like tears. That's the mandible because I know what a mandible is. That's gotta be the frontal bone. Yeah, that makes sense. Sphenoid or ethmoid? Could that be the sphenoid bone? Okay, so the sphenoid is like. Okay, so the sphenoid is here. That's the maxilla. That's the zygomatic bone. I guess it's the ethmoid. Occipital bone. Ah, so occipital doesn't have anything to do with the orbit, and in fact, it shouldn't. Those words don't sound anything like each other. I'm just tripping. That's me. That's on me. What are we pointing at? That's the nasal bone. That's the parietal bone. Like from parietal eyes that the guys who live in New Zealand have. Um Tuatara. Like from my two Ataras, they got a parietal eye. And it's there, and that's how come I know that's the parietal bone. You feel me? Parietal bone. Well, this is fun. For me. I don't know if it's fun for anybody else. That's the frontal bone. Sorry, I spaced out. That was not me trying to think about that. I know what a mandible is. That's the one I knew coming into this. That's the zygomatic bone. Okay, so right here. Here. This is the zygomatic bone. Nice thing about learning the bones of the human body is that I have a human body. I've got one, like, right here to look at. That's useful. Oh no, it's more like here. Yeah, temporal bone. Like from my dinosaurs, from the temporal fenestra. That's the sphenoid bone. That's the zygomatic bone. I feel like I know that from some like medical condition, right? Zygomatic something something. It's the guy that's in front of your sinuses. That's the maxilla. That's the no, it's the occipital bone, right? We've been through this. Uh we did this before. That's the lacrimal bone. Excuse me. That's the nasal bone. Maybe I'll get the occipital bone this right this time. Maybe I will actually remember that. Okay, that's the maxilla. That's the zygomatic. That's the nasal bone. I know what a nose is. That's the mandible. That's the frontal bone. Because it's in front. That's handy. Um, that's the temporal bone. That's the sphenoid. Parietal. That, believe it or not, is the occipital bone. Also, yes, I am more congested than usual, and if anyone is mean about it, I'll be sad. So don't do that. What is it pointing at? The lacrimal bone. Zygomatic bone. Cool. Skeletal system. Posterior view. The parietal bone, that makes sense. That's the occipital bone. Oh, they like. Cool. The hip bones connect to the thigh bone. Geeklord123 says, "Is this studying slash body doubling with a stream and not a real person?" You know, I love to do that, but believe it or not, I think I might be the Geek Lord. I think it might not be you, because I'm just learning the bones of the human body for fun, because I think that would be a fun thing to know. I was playing Global on this stream a minute ago, and I was like, yeah, Global is easy because I just memorized the countries of the world. Um, and then I thought, what else can I memorize? Because you know, when you memorize something, then it's just in your head. then you just have it. And another thing that has been on my list of things to memorize is the bones of the human body. So now I'm just like doing this. Okay, so the acetabulum. Why do I know that word? I'm gonna do another global and then probably go because I should actually finish making dinner. Hmm. Those ads just don't want to close, I guess. China. China is adjacent to the answer. Russia. Okay, so it's something that shares a border with China but not with Russia or India. Could it be Vietnam? It is not Vietnam. Is it North Korea? Okay, so what's here? Kyrgyzstan? Yeah, that's what I meant. I just can't fucking spell. I'm. This is not going well. Kyrgyzstan. We'll look at that. It is Kyrgyzstan. If only I could spell that. Haha, I lied. I'm doing a second global because I have no self control. What if it were? What if it were. I don't know, how far afield would it have to be for Iraq to be that color? What if it were Laos? It is not Laos. What if it were South Africa? Which one is it closest to? It's closer to South Africa than to Iraq. Is it. What if it were What if I could spell equatorial? What if it were Equatorial Guinea? What is it closest to? Huh. Weird. Okay. Togo. It is in fact Gambia. Geek Lord says only I can be Geek Lord. I inherited the position. You know what? That's fair. That is how lordship usually works. So I concede to you your lordship. And with that, I'm gonna peace out. So thank you all for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. I don't know how many people have tuned in over the course of this. Um, Thank you for enabling my procrastination, and I'll catch you